Howdy. I assume you have seen and heard that the sun had a huge eruption on the far side. Let's have a look at it. That's very, very massive, and it was very fast moving. And I think yesterday in my very sketchy video, where I was just talking about stuff with a very sketchy intro, with a Swiss German song or a part of it, I have been talking about that we really have to enjoy the internet as long as we still have it. This eruption, if it would have been aimed at Earth, there wouldn't be any videos today, made or seen, at least in many parts of Earth. Let's go to the beginning, rewind, and I noticed something very interesting. Maybe it's just my lack of understanding of what's going on, but it's interesting. The marked region is where we have to focus because it seems there is something going towards the sun. And right after that, we get the CME explosion. See? These. Let's go. Now we are going backwards, so these are moving away from the sun. Now we go forward again. Next. Now let's put it very slow. And let's give us some time. We go to the first picture. And I will push play. And then we will zoom in a little bit. This is really sketchy to do with a cell phone, but I don't care. I'll try my best. There seems to be something moving towards the sun in a way. And then we get a huge eruption. That's big. Let's go back to the other Seki beacon. Like for also yesterday. 32 frames we got from that. Let's put it a bit slower because there's also something. At my place, let's just call it like that. This is my region. There is always something going on, no matter what. Day and night. Yeah, I thought about making a sun machines video, but obviously I don't. Let's just take this frame. Yeah, it's not the best one. But there is something at the spot of the sun machines. Now let's just pick one maybe to enhance a bit, because I was actually trying to talk about earthquakes. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Let's take this one. We are at frame number 4. No, that's the speed. Frame number 9. And let's just take a screenshot and enhance it a bit. So, in order to show you that I don't use any special things, you can watch what I do. Maybe we have to zoom in a bit. Sometimes it needs a bit time in order to get something out of that. Let's try to sharpness still. Yeah, it doesn't really. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe these bright spots are just plasma walls or whatever filamentary structures. No, they are not actually really filamentary by form, but there is something. You can tell me what you want, but I have been watching these for like many times. So there is something going on at this one spot on the sun. For whatever reason. There is something. Here we have these whiter, and that's the spot, which just doesn't stop being active. Now back to this. Let's slow this down also. And let's just have a look at this spot. I'm obviously talking about this one. There is something in every frame. Sometimes something very interesting is visible, sometimes not. But if you compare this spot to all the rest of the sun, there's nothing similar anywhere. And I really would like to know, what's the thing about that? Someone once said it's the sun's polar cusp, but I don't think so. It should be much wider up there, because the polar cusp is in a way where the magnetosphere goes into the planet or star. Yeah, sorry, Ben, for not believing that's the color polar cusp. But anyway, let's check out some quakes because there is something going on. There are many somethings going on. 11 hours ago, 4.1. And then we have something going on here. For those who haven't or don't really know what I'm talking about when I mention cryptodomes and stuff, Hohenthwiel is a cryptodome. And it has a fortress on it. It's very close, or it's probably a part of Singen, the village here. We have also mining operation. Not too far from there, we also have some caves from the Neanderthals. So here's another cryptodome. Hohenkrähen Burgruine. So this is the German version of Wikipedia, translated by Google. You will get different results if you use different languages, like for the content of your Wikipedia. So if you want to know something about something regional or from another country or whatever, try first the language they use. If it's French or whatsoever, try to put it in French, and then you get the French Wikipedia site, and then make Google translate it. Because if you go to search something in English on Wikipedia, probably the knowledge base or whatever you get from Wikipedia provided is different, smaller or bigger, it depends on the language. But anyway, cryptovolcanism. For those who haven't heard about this, cryptovolcanism, also called subvolcanism, is a form of volcanism that occurs between surface volcanism and deep volcanism. The rising magma still solidifies within the Earth's crust but close to the Earth's surface, and forms volcanic rocks, or in the case of greater solidification depths, gangue rocks, due to the longer cooling period. Cryptodome. And I really would like you to listen very carefully. Cryptodome. At the Cryptodome, also known as the Source Dome. Source, water well, There's water coming out. The rising viscous magma formed clump or spherical rock bodies within the soft top layer, usually made out of tuff. And I have been talking about tuff and these wells where water is pouring out, the CO2 goes into the air, and calcium gets depleted under the ground, so the whole well is like growing because there's like limestone starting to grow, you know? So we were just watching Hohentwiel and Hohenkrähen. Hohentwiel, Hohenkrähen. Cryptodome. Hohenkrähen. Hohentwiel. These are both listed as cryptodomes. In other words, they are volcanoes. But anyway, I was trying to talk still about the quakes because here we have the River Rhine, which meets a volcano later on its journey. Now you can see it better. The River Rhine goes there, and here we have the Kaiserstuhl Vulcano. Okay, here we have quakes. There's a quake here, and there is water, you know? Dribbeldinger Ball. I was supposed to figure out what ball means, what's the word, where it's from, what does it mean actually? 12 hours ago, 2.0, 25 kilometers in depth. 25. That's very deep for Central European. There might be water as well here. And obviously you can see there's like water veins drawn all over the place. And here they are probably cleaning out the water. Yes, they do. There's another quake not too far from that, also in the water. 19 kilometers in depth. So we have two rather deep quakes in the Bodensee. Here we have a monastery. Here we have a Holy George. And where was it? There's this funny island. Yeah, here I think it is. Yeah, check it out. Yet another holy place. The River Rhine is drying up like many other rivers do. It's a wide river. If you zoom out a little bit, that's the Lake Constance. Bodensee for those from German-speaking regions. And this is one branch of it, and that's the other. And I think somewhere here, here, Pfahlbauten Unterholding, pile dwellings, prehistoric pile dwellings. They are very interesting. When I was in school, we went there, I think, twice. And they were telling us that, yeah, the people were building pile dwellings because of the animals. And I thought, why? Why you just couldn't build a fence? But anyway, more about this maybe some other time. Then we have this. Last time I watched, there was just one quake. 10 hours ago. Norzar doesn't tell us anything about the depth. Norzar 2.7. So now let's go. 2.7, 10 hours ago. 2.7, 9 hours ago. 2.4, 6 hours ago. If you zoom in, you cannot really see anything. Maybe this. A little bit brighter spot here. So we go over to the bathymetric map of the Baltic Sea. And one quake was between here. And it doesn't seem to be like very much, but I think this is a very interesting spot, and I think it's the same spot we just saw on the other map. And there are things blurred out here, obviously, as you can see. Things in the sea are blurred out, as you can see. And also here, some blurring going on. I wonder why. What's the thing they are trying to hide us? Should these be things we should know about? Or should this and this and this be some things we should know about? I will leave a link below to this map. You can make your own explorations. And I just wanted to show you still one thing. For this, we go up. Yeah, here is actually a part where you can zoom in very closely. Just give it a second and it will hopefully render. No, it doesn't. Back in the old days, there was a spot you could zoom in really closely. And it was very good quality. There's like other stuff going on here. We have this thing, and for whatever funny reasons, they're all blurred out. But check this out. Now we go to the north, really to the north. And we have that. And we have also like these little things here. Don't know if they mean anything. But that's an interesting. Yeah. That's an interesting geological feature, I would say. It might be a crater of some sort, you know? And there's like many other things that you can discover on this map. Like here somewhere off the coast here. I have been making videos about these structures here already some time ago. They might be artificial, made by humans. You know, it could be possible. Because somehow, in a way, they don't really look like natural occurrences. But I leave it up to you. Now let's just zoom out. I can show you where we are approximately. Yeah, they are here, I guess. No, these might be some other structures. Yeah, you will find them. I believe in you. You believe in you. Yeah, just for those who didn't knew about this map, it's a very interesting map. There's stuff. But anyway, yesterday I just mentioned how we should enjoy the internet. Sorry. And try to get the best out of it. A few hours later, the sun made boom on the other side. It could have been our side as well. So enjoy. Thanks. Bye.